Well, a lot of people can be headed to the lake this weekend, and this weekend I think is going to be a little different compared to this past several days. The heat and humidity will start to climb. The pattern, for the most part, as you well know, has been supporting these late night, early morning storm complexes. We have one more scheduled here for overnight and early tomorrow. And then the ridge of high pressure, which is a common pattern that we have usually by the end of June, is going to try and expand. It's already across southwest Texas. It'll expand across our area and will shut this little highway down that we're been experiencing these storms. At least for a couple of days. And it could come back for the middle part of the month, the storm track. So we're not totally finished with all that. The potential for fog this morning, it's underway generally along and east of Highway 6975. Visibility, the number on your screen, visibility in miles, and it's pretty low around Muskogee and Tahlequah, so use some caution early on. And even in the Tulsa Metro, some of those valleys, we're going to find some low visibility. So here's our severe weather risk assessment. And again, if you're watching or listening, severe weather threats will be returning overnight. And this may even change to an enhanced area right in through here across central Kansas and far northeastern Oklahoma. You see those two darker shades of green? That's going to represent the higher probability, especially from Highway 412 east, Highway 75 eastward, I-40, and to portions of western Arkansas. The timeline, 1 a.m. tomorrow morning through about 6 as a storm complex develops across Kansas and rolls into the area. Highs today, lower 80s, sunshine cloud mix, slightly muggy, relatively kind of easy light wind. We'll have a north wind this morning, south wind this afternoon. Now, look up to the north here in central Kansas. There will be storms also in western Oklahoma, but I'm obviously focused in our immediate area here. So central Kansas this afternoon, tonight, storms are going to start to develop. They're going to form a complex. In this pattern, where we have the northwest flow, a lot of times these storms up here will be kind of, isolated, and then they form this big complex. Once that happens, the damaging wind threat potential increases quite a bit. So between 1, 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, as this thing rolls into the area, this could bring some pretty strong damaging winds across southern Kansas and northern Oklahoma. It's not impossible that sometimes you get these little embedded circulations. There could be a tornado warning in here, but even with that, the wind is going to be just the big issue, and heavy, heavy rainfall. Frequent cloud to ground lightning, potential for some hail, but look how quickly it moves out. That's another issue. It's going to move so fast that sometimes that alone will cause some winds. So that'll move on out of here. Tomorrow morning, the trailing end of this might linger across the far eastern areas for an hour or two with the temperatures in the 60s. And then we'll have a sunshine cloud mix. Highs tomorrow would be into the 80s. There's a boundary that will move across the area tomorrow afternoon that kind of temporarily brings in a little bit of drier air Friday night and the first part of Saturday. But then we get into Saturday and Sunday, the south winds quickly return and the temperatures climb. So we've had to bring that high up on Saturday on a daily basis, basically, started from last week. We're slowly bringing that back up. So 93 on Sunday, 94 Monday, 93 Tuesday. But look at the bottom of the panel. A lot of things going on this weekend. Ooh, it is going to be toasty with a heat index above 100 from Sunday into early next week.
That is much more like June to me. Thank you very much, Alan, from the Bob Mills Weather Center.